The AC-130J Ghostrider, one of the most feared gunships based on a highly modified Lockheed Martin C-130J. We go inside the aircraft that was never designed to be a weapon, but became the most feared gunship on Earth. You'll meet the core crew of 8 who operate in total darkness, carrying a weight most soldiers will never understand. And we reveal why, in today's most dangerous conflict zones, America's most elite warriors still call this aircraft first, every single time. It's 2 a.m. over a contested valley. 9 Americans are pinned down in the dark, running out of time. High above, a single aircraft circles silently at altitude. Then, the sky ignites. A 105mm howitzer thunders. A 30mm cannon rips through the night at 200 rounds per minute. Precision missiles streak downward with lethal accuracy. This isn't a movie. This is what happens when Navy SEALs call for fire, and the Ghostrider answers. If you respect the warriors who fight where the cameras don't follow, stay with me. Tonight we decode why, when everything goes wrong on the ground, Navy SEALs and other special operators call this Air Force gunship first. Stay with me, because in the next few minutes, we're going deep inside the most feared gunship in the United States Armed Forces. But first, let's go back to where it all began, the bloody jungles of Vietnam. Here's something almost nobody talks about. The most feared gunship in the world today was never designed to be a weapon. It was 1967, Vietnam, dead of night. American ground forces were getting slaughtered after sunset. The enemy owned the darkness, moving under thick canopy where American air power couldn't reach them. Commanders were desperate. They needed something that could loiter for hours, see through pitch black, and deliver devastating, accurate fire on demand. So engineers did something insane. They took a cargo plane, the C-130 Hercules, and bolted heavy cannons to its left side. Project Gunship 2 was born. The idea was brutally simple. Fly in a slow left-hand orbit, point the guns down, and never stop firing. Those early AC-130A Spectres destroyed over 10,000 enemy trucks along the Ho Chi Minh Trail. Let that sink in. 10,000 trucks, taken out by an aircraft that started life as a hauler. One veteran crew chief later recalled, "We'd come back and the guys on the ground would just say, 'We heard you up there,' and that was enough." But those jungles were just the prototype. The real evolution was about to begin. Fast forward to 2011. The old gunship fleet was falling apart. Instead of patching old airframes, AFSOC took fresh MC-130J Commando II transports straight off the production line and rebuilt them into something entirely new. A modular precision strike package went in. New sensors, new weapons, new fire control systems. In 2012, they gave it a name, Ghostrider. From a desperate jungle improvisation to a $165 million precision machine supporting the most dangerous joint special operations missions on Earth. Same mission, completely different beast. But what makes it so devastating today? Most people still picture gunships as slow, Vietnam-era relics. The Ghostrider destroys that myth the moment it arrives overhead. 4 Rolls-Royce AE 2100D3 turboprops growl with raw power, enough to push it past 400 miles per hour with a combat range exceeding 3,000 miles. With aerial refueling, it simply refuses to leave the fight. But raw speed isn't what terrifies the enemy. It's the precision strike package built into its belly. A 30mm GAU-23 cannon that can surgically place 200 rounds per minute exactly where the crew needs them. A 105mm howitzer, the same caliber as ground artillery, now firing 33-pound shells from thousands of feet up at night from a moving platform. Imagine a 33-pound shell slamming into the battlefield from the sky. And that's before the Hellfire missiles, small-diameter bombs, Griffin missiles, and glide munitions that can be released while the aircraft keeps orbiting. This isn't just a gunship. This is an entire airborne fire support base. Sensors, guns, and precision munitions all in one airframe. 2 advanced electro-optical and infrared systems feed real-time data to the crew. They don't spray and pray. They watch, they wait, then they strike with surgical, unforgiving precision. And when you understand who controls all of this from thousands of feet above, in total darkness, that's when the story gets personal. Real quick. If this is hitting different than the usual air power videos, and you respect the warriors who operate at sea and in the shadows, you already know what to do. Hit like, subscribe, Turn on notifications, because next comes the part no documentary shows you. A core crew of 8, one aircraft, and the moment the radio crackles, troops in contact for a team that's running out of time. You've seen what the Ghostrider carries. Now meet the core crew of 8 who make it lethal. 2 pilots up front, holding that perfect left-hand orbit for hours. 2 combat systems officers coordinating the entire battle space and talking directly to ground forces. 4 special mission aviators in the back, eyes locked on infrared screens, hands on weapon controls, tracking heat signatures in the dark. Eyes and triggers, all in one. Life inside the Ghostrider is anything but glamorous. The cabin reeks of gunpowder. Every time that 105mm howitzer fires, the entire airframe shakes violently. Every single shot. Most of the mission is long, disciplined silence, circling, watching, waiting. Hours of tension, knowing the next 60 seconds could change everything. Then the radio breaks the silence. Troops in contact. The aircraft transforms instantly. Every crew member has one mission: find the threat, confirm the target, protect the friendlies below, before the situation collapses. You're thousands of feet above the fight. You see it all on your screens, but you can't feel the dirt shaking under the boots of the men calling for help. One wrong call, lives lost. One perfect strike, brothers saved. That weight stays with them long after the guns go quiet. They train at Kirtland Air Force Base and deploy from Hurlburt Field and Cannon. They fly joint missions with special operators whose names never make the news. Long missions, contested airspace, enemy air defenses, zero margin for error, and they volunteer for it, night after night. Because when things go wrong on the ground, these 8 people are who America and its Navy SEALs call. And in today's great power competition, that role has never mattered more, especially across the Indo-Pacific. When a joint special operations team is pinned down in the dark, when no runway is close, when fast movers can't loiter long enough, the Ghostrider is already there, circling, watching, waiting. It doesn't chase headlines. It just stays on station for hours, until every operator on the ground is safe. That unblinking eye in the sky has become one of America's most powerful psychological weapons. Adversaries don't just fear what it can do. They fear that it might already be above them, right now, and they'd never know. From a desperate improvisation in Vietnam's jungles to the most advanced close air support platform in the world, the Ghostrider has carried one promise through every conflict and every upgrade: make sure no American warrior dies alone in the dark. A core crew of 8, one aircraft, an unbroken commitment. Somewhere below, in that same darkness, are the men who made the call. You already know their name.